Well, hot damn diggity. She be a roller. 12 years later, this thing's finally on wheels. Wow. It's even got a set of tails in it now. They're from an 84. You can tell because they don't exactly line up. And the reverse light is now completely hidden, but they're not even plugged in because there's no harness. Cleaned it up. Actually looks pretty decent. We are going to be putting it on the 14-inch slotted bags. I have the rears for it. Got a bunch of stuff to do in here, like fix all this, because I need some sort of floor in this car. We still got to do the two front body mounts, because those aren't existent. What else we got? We have an 84 hood on an 87, which the fitment is whatever. But to get the radiator support, I cut the fenders. Don't ask why. I'm pretty sure I did that to get the inner fenders along with the radiator support all in one go, because I actually took a radiator support out of this car without taking the nose off, which is kind of hard to do. But I also cut these plates because I needed the mount plates and all that shit. But anyway, all that shit is in the Pontiac, so tough tits for this car. I do have another radiator support that looks like that, so it'll be perfectly fine for this. As you can see, manual steering box. We're going to try it in this car. I think it'll be fine. That whole thing in the Pontiac might have just been because I was still new to the bog dirt track thing, so the throttle was whatever for me. I mean, it still does it on the power steer and the snap steer. If you dump the throttle in the bank like that, you'll just fucking end up in the trees. But our alignment here, let's see if we can get this giant stick in there. We got you on the bean pole because the suction mount broke off. So as you can see, we have our alignment here, and it looks a little different than over there. Over there, there's just 3 little washers. Over here, I actually cut one of the dog bones in half and just slid it down in there. So front and rear has the same adjustment on that. And what that does is it kicks this wheel like that. I mean, there's no engine in it, so it's going to be a little different, but when it comes down, it's also going to change it. And that's on dirt track and in circle track, and you want the outside tire to be laid the fuck over. And this one you don't really want to touch, because when you're going into the bank, you want like a stance to push against the side, so it doesn't just roll the bead right off and under, or whatever. So, what do we got to do today? It's probably going to push it back over to the garage. This is a picture day for it. And, maybe get my engine, because I could do the body mounts and all that shit. Oh, here comes a fucking Dodge. Well, here's the trunk pan. Doesn't look bad. Looks pretty good. The seams are a little crusty, but whatever. El Camino's just as bad. So what are we going to use for an engine? Well, I see a buggy, and I see an engine in the buggy. That's an engine. That's for the Monty. Fuck the buggy. This thing is like such a back burner project for me that I don't care about anything on this thing really. So I'm just gonna take my shit back, because it's not like it's really in there. It's just bolted down. There's nothing else hooked up. And like I said, 350, so it should go good. Aluminum intake, factory aluminum intake, stock heads. Looks like it's light blue, so it's probably would have come out of a 1980. Yeah, 175 horse probably. I think that's what they made. But anyway, turbo 350. Hopefully it's not full of water in the back there, but whatever. It should be fine. So I'll yank that out at some point. Maybe I'll get this thing over at the garage today some point to get that out. Maybe do that first. Get the engine sitting up in the air, and then I can roll the Monty up under it, because that's what I'm going to do, is just roll the car under the engine and drop the engine in with the transmission. Well, before I get carried away, I should probably show you the very jankily installed windshield. And I did a little bit more roof smashing just to make it fit a little bit better. And you get to see, instead of that concave now, we got some good headroom in this bitch. Like, I think we'll be okay. Like, that's not bad. That's pretty good. I can live with that. It's just a little crunch down in here, but it's mostly, the way to fix that is to separate this and lift this and then lift the underside and all that, and I ain't doing that. So, there's a speed hole here, which is like a roof vent. It's just gonna pull the air in and this thing is gonna start floating. Whew! It's gonna be fast. But nope, we're just gonna duct tape the seam, just like the Pontiac and all the other cars that I put glass in, because who gives a shit. And then you just put the chrome piece down here, hide all that ugliness, and it looks mint. So yeah. Decided to put the tape on and the chrome strip. Look at that. Look at that beauty. That thing looks beautiful. That ain't leaking. No sir, that ain't leaking. We don't have no speed hole no more, but that's okay. I'd rather have no leaks. No leaks on the roof. So anyway, let's get the buggy. Let's get my motor. Let's get this shit in gear, because I want to drive this thing. Motor. Well, gotta take the nose off. So that's something you always have to do when you want to put one in with a crane, because it's about like 48 inches or something to the motor mounts, and from this piston to the motor mounts like 2 feet or something like that. And oh, you don't want to scratch your shit. Ooh. Anyway, so we're gonna do the wrong thing the right way by torching the corner of the fenders off and getting to these. There's a bolt back here that actually goes in this way. Now you're supposed to take these off and all that shit, but that's, I'd have to take the light out. I ain't doing that. Lazy. Couple boats, it's out. Doing shit the wrong way with nature's greatest thing ever created. Fire. So you just blow a hole right in the corner of the fender so you can get in through here with your little thing and get that. Now that's not the way to do this, but I don't give a flying fuck. You're supposed to take this other bracket off and separate it. But this one is questionable, and I don't know if this one is even going to come out because it's broken in the back. So, and this one's at an angle, and then there's not even any down here, so whatever. Next is those 3 bolts, 13 mil, 1/2 inch, it don't matter. Oh, and those 3, because this one's still connected. So yeah, there's 3 10 mils right there, and then the bumper will fall off on the ground and break my feet, and we'll put the motor in, and this thing will be nice. Alright, so that's in. I discovered somehow the antenna is inside the fender, so that's just gonna have to stay there for now. Not like we're gonna have any radio. So things are there, both sides. The engine is not level, which it should be, but we're gonna try to put it in. I have the cross member in. I should probably put that in, but I don't feel like putting it in because I don't have the proper one, so I gotta do something. So I'll probably just weld it in wherever it fits. So let's get to swapping. Well, it's sitting in there. It was probably like 30 minutes of just fiddle fucking. Because it was crooked, this side just kept getting stuck in that little divot in between the two, and this side was way over here. So I had to like pull the car, wedge my foot around the fucking A-arm and pull it this way towards me while I'm holding the jack, trying to hold the engine down with my chest. Then you reach around yourself and then you loosen the jack so it drops out, and that was fun. It was a lot of fun. If you have people, use them. If you don't have people, well, think ahead a little bit. You know, plan it out so you don't end up dying in the process. Because that was pretty. There's a lot of drips. That's all me. Water drips. That ain't good. It's a little hot out still, but at least the cloud cover's in. So anyway, I got to do something about the cross member now, and then it's sitting on its own. She's still sitting up a little bit, which is whatever. I mean, the Pontiac freaking sits up high. Well, that thing's got a little bit better action. This thing's pretty stiff. So we'll see how it handles. But yeah, I'm gonna mess with some other shit, and by the magic of instantaneous, you'll have it instantaneously. I don't know. Well, cross members in. We're just gonna weld it under on the bottom. Actually, I could probably drill the holes out from up here and just bolt it in. So I suppose we'll try that. Push my access panel back down. The list is going down, so that's good. Oh, I could cross the brakes off, but technically they're not fully hooked up, so. Well, I suppose that's it for today. That took a while, and I've actually been helping the old man with his own car, which you'll see that at some point running alongside the Pontiac, because that's kind of, you know, racing engine, not this dog shit stock thing. So, and he's asked to not disclose shit about it, well, at least no footage, if you will, until it is time, which is fair, because it's his car. So, but it's old, and it's bitching, and it's probably going to be faster than the Pontiac, because that's just the way those cars are compared to Chevrolet. They're just a different breed. But anyway, that's it. Do what you do.